Hi, I'm Mandeep Singh, CEO and founder of Mandeeps.com and Vanjaro. Thank you so much for joining me in this series of preview videos of Vanjaro. So let's get started.
Vanjaro gives us total control over the page. We can add, remove, or customize any element on the page. Now this poses a challenge as well. What about the content that is repeated on each page, such as the header and the footer? We don't want to go ahead and keep adding this content over and over on each page. Not to mention, what if you have to update the content? Or what if you have to update the footer across the entire site? We're not going to go to each page and update each of these blocks. So for that reason, we're introducing global blocks. So let me go ahead and get started here. What I have on the top here is a global block, and the bottom, which is a footer, is also a global block. So what are global blocks? Global blocks are blocks that can be reused on any page, and if you update content in one of the blocks, it will be reflected across all the blocks. So that's pretty neat. How do we identify a global block on the page? So if you notice, the block on the top right here is kind of grayed out. It's kind of blocked, and same on the bottom here as well. There's also an icon on the top left, a globe icon right here that tells us it's a global block. And also when you hover over it right here, the section name has the word global in front of it as well. So those are some of the identifiers we know that we're working with a global block. Okay, so how do we create a global block? Well, we've covered this in the past. We can go create a custom block, and we can add our HTML, CSS, give it a name and category. And we have a new switch in the bottom here where it's a local block, which we've covered in the past. Now you can simply toggle that to global and it becomes a global block. You don't have to go ahead and create a block through code. You can also visually design it, add whatever elements you want through the blocks right here, and then you can go ahead and do save as block and then choose the global option. So that's how you go ahead and create new global blocks. Now once you've created some global blocks, they will start appearing here under the global. As you can see, I have a header and a footer global block, which I'm using on the top and at the bottom here. So you can simply go ahead and edit them. If you want to edit the code through here, you can drag and drop to the page and start using them. So let's go ahead and do a quick demo. I'm going to go ahead and quickly create a blank page with nothing on it. Let's call this blank, and let's go ahead and go to the page. And here I have a blank page. What I'm going to go is go to the global here, drag my header and put it on top, and there's my header right there. And then I can go ahead and let's add a section here, and let's just give it some minimum height. And then I'm going to go back to my global blocks and grab a footer, and it's right there. So that's how you can add a global block to any page. Now we've covered in the past that I can go to site pages, save any page as a template, even if it includes global blocks. So we've already done that out of the box. When you install Vanjaro, it comes with what we call a default template. And I'm going to go ahead and just create a new page called test2, hit update. And what this does is, I'm going to go ahead and go to test2 right there. And what this does is already sets up a page for us with a header and a footer. So we just start basically building our layout and adding content and not have to worry about the plumbing. Okay, so let's go ahead and just go to the home page here, and let me go back into the edit view here. And as you can see, the global block on the top is kind of blackened out, so you can't necessarily make edits to it right away. I mean, I can go ahead and drag a button, as you can see, above the block, below the block, but not inside it. And that is so we don't accidentally add anything to the global block, which is going to start showing up on the rest of the site. Obviously, it's not going to do that until you hit publish, but still, just to make sure that you are not unintentionally modifying the global block remains blackened out. Now, what if you really wanted to actually go ahead and edit the global block? You simply come here and click on the unlock icon, and warns you that any changes you're going to do is they're global and they'll be applied site-wide. So you can hit yes, and now you can go ahead and drop in whatever you want here. After you drop in your changes here, hit publish, they are instantly shown across the entire site. So notice that this global block here actually had a logo in it, a menu, a language selector, sign up links and sign up links. So your global block can have any of these blocks here. It can even have any of the design elements and any of the DNN modules or apps that you've installed. So we've built some clever logic in there that if you add a module to a global block, it will automatically be visible on any page that you then decide to drop that global block on. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so let me go ahead and close out of here. I'm going to go to test 1, which is a page that I had already created, same as test 2. We can do it with test 2 as well. So let's go right here. And what if I want to have this page not use the global block? I do want the menu there. Maybe I want to get rid of just the language selector or something else. I want everything else, but I want local control. I don't want it global. So I can simply come here and click on unlink this block for global. And once I do that, the content remains in place, but now this is a local block, which means any changes done to the global are not reflected here and vice versa. So awesome feature there too. So I can go ahead and customize just one page, but I don't have to build the content again. I can always drag the global block, unlink it, and reuse that content. So that is pretty cool as well. Let's go back to the home page, and I want to show that there was a previous video where we covered multi-language features of Vanjaro. And if you take a look right here, if I go to Spanish here, I mean, I have full control over changing the entire content to Spanish. I just this for a demo here. If you notice, the page name in the menu got changed, the page name here, the title description got changed, and I can switch back to show that. The demo I want to do here right now is that in the bottom, which is also a global footer, I have copyright 2020. Well, the global blocks are also multi-language. So if you switch the language, you will see the global block content also changed according to the language. So that is super cool. Super cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and change the footer. So let's scroll down here and let's just change. I have to first click the lock and get in there, and now let's just change the year to 2021, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit publish there, and page published successfully. Let's also go ahead and switch the language back to English, so I can do that for the English language as well. Let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go back here to 2021 and let's publish this as well. And that is done. Now what I want to do is, if I go ahead and take a look, it's 2021 on this page. Let's go to another page, 2021 here as well, and on the blank page where we manually added it, it's there as well. So that reflects our global block, that we made the change just on the home page and it's reflected on all other pages. So that's pretty nice. All right, one last feature is global blocks by definition affect any page that is using them. So if you log in as a non-admin that has access to edit that page, you will still be able to go ahead and move the block around. You'll be able to unlink it, you'll be able to remove it, but you cannot edit it, because editing the global block would then affect all other pages to which you don't have rights.
Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social networks. Head over to Vanjaro.com and join the conversation. Let us know what you think about Vanjaro.